as a community learning coordinator by me, Talia Colbert. Some of the educational requirements consist of having a bachelor's degree in public health or a relevant field, as well as this isn't so much of an educational requirement, but it's a requirement for the position that consists of at least having 3 years of a relevant experience. Some more of the requirements for the position also consist of having a combination of education or a relevant experience to your degree requirements, as well as having knowledge of health disparities, as well as having a reliable transportation, valid driver license, and insurance is also required to be able to drive yourself. They want to make sure that that is your car and you do have permission to drive that car, and you are on insurance as well. So some of the expected work outcomes is to identify educational needs and provide technical assistance and training for immunize Nevada partners and health care professionals in Nevada. Plan, promote, and execute the Nevada Immunization Learning Exchange webinar series, um, as well as plan and manage the monthly community meetings. Right now, of course, because everything's via online and web based, they're doing their meetings through Zoom. So being able to help with that and can continue to do that, as well as manage and update the immunization 101 training module as needed. So being able to update that information every time there's new information that needs to be put out so everyone can know what's actually going on, as well as being in partnership with Immunize Nevada staff, identifying opportunities for community immunization learning series presentations, and ensuring content is consistent. So being able to make sure all the information that is up is current, and everything, if anything changes, being able to make sure those updates are continue to make to happen, as well as manage, update, and oversees distribution of the community pink, which is protect and immunize Nevada's kids. The project for that, so being able to make sure those kids they have all their shots before they go to school, of course. Some more work outcomes consist of using current trends and attending survey data, identifying topics for Nevada health conferences, research keynote speakers, and manage abstract reviews and selection process with educational committee. Additional work with the staff and committee to fill in workshop gaps as identified. Another one is maintain a working knowledge. Maintaining a working knowledge of significant developments and trends in the field of immunization and public health. So being able to identify it for both fields, as well as learning educational committees in partnership with the community chair. Two more, participate in outreach tables and other events during the day, evenings, and weekends. So being able to have that time pretty much all day, every day, pretty much no time off. Lastly, activities will the activities that are out will follow the federal, state, and local phase guidelines and protocols for COVID. So since this is pretty much a COVID based one right now, a COVID based program. Of course, it's going to deal with a lot of things based on COVID. So, making sure all the updated guidelines and everything new is up to date, and we're keeping everyone safe pretty much. So, for salary, it's this slide is about salary and benefits. So, it is a full-time position, 40 hours a week. The pay can range from $20 to $22 an hour, depending on the experience you do have. For benefits, they do offer PTO, so paid time off. They do have Nevada and federal holidays off, as well as they do give insurance that covers 90% of health, vision, and dental. So that's pretty good because what you're paying 10%, that's nothing compared to how pricey um, life can be and your health can be. Some of the challenges and the rewards of this current job would consist, like I would say, challenges would be not knowing when the job will end. Well, sometimes there is a time frame. Like this program is actually federally funded until June of 2022. So currently they have about a year left until their first federal loan that they have received runs out, and then it's all up to the state whether they want to continue to fund this program or if they want to call the program quits. So I would say that would be one of the challenges of the job. Another challenge would consist of trying to figure out ways to not promote, but to get people that are in low income families or areas into wanting to vaccinate and actually giving them the research and wanting them to go out there, because people can say they will go get vaccinated, but that does not necessarily mean that they will go get vaccinated. Just because they tell you don't mean they will. So I feel like that'll be a challenge, having a lot of people that say like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go get it, but they won't. So that will kind of push the job back in a way, because that same community isn't doing what needs to be done. Some of the rewards would be increasing the numbers of Nevadans who are vaccinated. So getting those people vaccinated and getting the COVID rate down. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word. As well as being able to get federally funded. So getting those the loan from the government to be able to fund this program, I feel like that's a reward. Being able to have those resources that will help in a way to make sure everyone is safe, as well as it's decreasing the number of people who do have COVID, so illnesses and people who are being hospitalized for COVID. So I feel like that's a reward because those numbers are decreasing. And that will be the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening. Sorry about that long pause right now at the end. Couldn't think of what I was saying, but I would definitely personally still be a community learning program coordinator, because it does seem very interesting. The only thing that I probably am bummed about is the fact that it's not all the time program. It does have its time where it does stop. So how would I continue to get those years of experience that majority of these programs want? Thank you.